Let's go. So I
Do we
hope
have
that
liftoff?
so I'm not on YouTube, so I have no idea if people are actually seeing us. Trying something new today. It does say that we have 25 people watching, so that's
Awesome.
good. Let's see. I am going to try to put on, there's this overlay, quote unquote, that will show us chat, I think. Oh, that's not it. If y'all are there, please discuss amongst yourselves. I'm trying to set this up properly. And let me see if
they're seeing us. Yay!
Yay!
Hi, everybody.
Okay, let's see. Let's turn that off. Guys, I'm trying something new, a new like program type thing, a new app for us to get this done, and hopefully it will work. I was kind of doing it to see if we could have the chat show up, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Okay, so I can sit here and scroll through the chat. I don't know how it would possibly, you know, I don't know if there's a way for you to like highlight one of us and then we would see it and be able to talk to you. So it's basically going to be us having to like look over there. And I don't know, Stephanie, you probably don't see it at all, right? Or do you?
I can see the chat for us, but I'm not sure about like live on the YouTubes.
Okay, if you like, the YouTube should be coming in over here. So I'm seeing them. Let's see if I can just say hello to a few people. If you're seeing the pictures of like me, you, and my cutting mat over there,
yeah.
On the right side, do you have a section where at the very top it says chat?
Yeah, I can see the chat like on through the software you're using. Just it's not on coming on YouTube. Is that okay?
Oh, okay. That's
you know
interesting.
I mean? Yeah.
Okay, well at least we see it there. I mean, I don't know. Let's just see how it goes today. We'll see if we like it. I don't know. We're
it's actually nice because it's really hard to watch the chat on my phone that's this big, and since you put it over here, even if they can't see it, I can see it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see Colleen is here, Laurie LaSalle is here, Sheila Gage, Heather Grants, Pam, who is Woolly Girl, Catherine Cantley is here, Evelyn is here, Mary Jane is here,
awesome.
Kathy's Quilts and Crafts. We have Sally and Catherine Jolson. Shelley Clark is here. I don't remember if I said Laura Veach. I think I did, but we'll say it again. Hi, Laura.
I'm glad to see Laura because I wasn't sure with all those tornadoes that went through Kentucky how she was doing. I was thinking about her.
I'll be honest. I had no idea any of that was even happening. Is my life crazy or what? I mean, I had no idea. So I see Christine Adams is here. And so it says that it's on your channel as well. So
it is. I just saw it up there. So, yep.
I hope it's on my channel too. I haven't.
I looked on both. Yep.
They're on both?
Yep. You did it.
Perfect. Perfect. Let me see. Just trying to finish up a little bit of setup here, guys, because we're trying to, I'm just wanting to make sure that everything is going fine. Okay, it looks like it's going good.
Awesome.
Okay, Stampin' Sue is here.
Hey.
And we have MJ is here. I want some pizza. Yes, please. I'm so hungry right now. I ate I did actually bring the goldfish down. So we'll have to see, or up, I should say. We'll see if I break into those. We have Shelly. I think that's Shelly Stewart here. BJ is here. Nellie is here. Pamela Colburn is here. We have Kathleen Williamson here. And Melina Montoya is here. Sylvia is here. Sheila wants to know, Steph, what is the name of the fabric line that you made your pillow on earlier today?
Oh, I can look it up. That's from my bloom box, and I didn't have any selvages, but let me look real quick while Yvette's talking on their website and see if I can find it.
Okay, we have Scrunchins is here. Hi, Miss Seeley. Adeline is here. She says she just found us. Woohoo! Shannon Way is here. Melanie Jansen. We have Kathleen Caucus here. Hope I said your name right. Donna Bogart. Nancy Gus is here. Miss Dawn Denny is here. We have Leela, Barbara, and Cheryl Saxon. Teresa Louise is here.
Hey.
Artie Scandolo is here. Patty Smith. We have a lot of people here.
Awesome. Thank you
I
all
know,
for
so
coming and
excited.
hanging out with us.
Let's see. Ray Jean is here. And okay, so Alice is here from New York. Awesome. Agnes Jimenez. I hope I said that right, honey. Yes. Okay, so we're excited to make the bag. If you don't already have the pattern, you can find it if you go to JeniBakerPatterns.com, and it's JeniBaker patterns.com. I'm trying to see all the stuff that I might be able to play with here. This is our first time doing this. I've had this program for a while, but I haven't used it in quite this way before. So I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
It's fun.
I could type a message. Let me know if y'all see this. I'm going to type in her the address and see if you can click on it. Okay, so you can see it says host and it says JeniBakerPatterns.com. Okay, so you will need that pattern. This pattern has been out for like a really long time. She wrote this a long time ago. And when you go to get it from her right now, you can get it right away. She's got it as a PDF. And if you don't have a printer, that's fine. You can always just put it up on your computer and just scroll through it while we're making everything. While we are making the bag today, we will not be mentioning any dimensions, like what size to cut your fabric or anything like that, because this is a pattern that was written by someone else and it is a pattern that is for sale. So we respect the pattern writer and we won't be giving any of that information away. But we will be making the bag. So all the tips and tricks that I might have, because I've made this bag a lot, I will certainly pass it on to you. And I have this area right here, which I can always lower the camera so that you can see where I'm sewing. And then I also have the camera that hopefully will stay where it is over on my cutting mat, so I can show you how I'm marking everything and stuff like that. The only problem with that camera that you may find is that I cannot zoom in. Zooming in on other videos that I have on my YouTube is something that I do through editing. So when you're making a video, unfortunately, you cannot zoom on an iPhone. So you'll be seeing what it is, and that, should be fine. What else can I say? I don't think there's anything else. And Steph, I don't think they're going to have that, the name of that fabric over there, because I don't even think it's for sale anymore. I think they're sold out.
It's not. You can't get the box with that in it anymore. But the fabric line, there's two fabric lines, and I found the first one, but I can't find the second one. The one with the lighter fabrics is "Baby It's Cold Outside" by Dear Stella.
They got that already? Okay, now I like that.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I'm thinking of something different. Never mind. Go ahead.
Outside, this dark teal that I love so much, it's got acorns. I looked it up the other day and I can't find it now. So if I find it for you guys, I'll shout it out. But I know that's a different fabric line. They mixed lines. So
yes, I do like how they do that, because they'll curate it and make it nice. I love when they do that.
I do, but then I didn't get any salvage on any of my pieces. And I'm like, darn it.
I know.
So
okay, so I have prepped my fabric. Steph, what have you done? I know that you have been out of the house like all day.
Literally all day. Like my
Yes.
daughter had dance class this morning and then she had a performance this afternoon. And I literally walked in 20 minutes before we were supposed to go live. So I grabbed I changed my clothes and I put on some comfy clothes.
I'm pretty comfy too. Hi.
And then I grabbed some fat quarters and that's all I've done so far. So I need to cut my pieces. So
okay.
I'm just, my cutting table's right there. I'm going to cut while you're talking.
Okay. Sherry, don't worry about it. You can, if you guys want to go and watch it on Stephanie's channel to help give her some watch time, that is okay with me. I mean, like I have said before, yes, I am still wanting to have more subscribers. And of course, I love whenever you guys come and watch my videos. I do need to keep up a certain amount of watch time, but I'm okay this year on watch time. And Stephanie's still trying to keep hers up. So please go and watch it on Steph's. It's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Either way, we just want you to be here watching. So and maybe you can just, after we're all done, go over to my YouTube channel and just give me a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed. Other than that, I'm okay. Definitely a huge supporter of Steph, and we're going to get her up there. It's fine. And we're going to have a great time today sewing these lovely bags. I love them. I used to actually sell them in my shop. But then I did. I sold a few.
I remember because that was one of the first things. Well, you actually made it for Sarah, if you remember. We won some kind of contest and you made her a bag.
Oh, nice. I'll be honest with you. I have terrible memory. Y'all tell me that all the time. And I know that she has a bag, and she actually has one of the cute ones. Not that all of the ones I make aren't really adorable. But yeah, so, and those are fun. They're fun to make. They're quick. So if you really like this, I don't see why you couldn't just make a whole bunch of them just to put gifts in for at Christmas time, or it can be a substitute for your stocking. If you don't have stockings to hang, you can just have a little, a bag stuffer. We'll call it that. Yeah. You can stuff the bag. So let's see. Okay, so we have some comments that are coming in. Christy says, hi, everyone. What a great way to spend the evening. I've been looking forward to this all day. Love you, too. Well, we have been looking forward to it all day, too. We both have been very busy all day, but it's like this whole day, like Saturday, is like completely cray for the both of us today. And we're excited to be here. Sit down for a second. Yeah. Okay, Marla says she just finished dinner and she's ready to sew with y'all. I am so jellyfish right now. You ate dinner? I might have to have some goldfish. I don't know. I am having coffee, though, so I got a coffee.
Oh, that's good. Coffee's always good.
I know. Dawn Denny says that she's watching. She's just not working on this project. She's finishing up a Christmas quilt. Excellent use of your time. Joy Wilson says you guys should do a Zoom class and use, hold up, she popped up. Use proof of a digital downloadable pattern as the way in. Then we could get all the details. Hope that made sense. I have no idea how to do that, Joy. If you have like if you have like the instructions on how to do that, that would be amazeballs. I didn't even know you could do that. That's amazing. Donna is watching on her iPad. Awesome. With Steph and on the phone with Yvette. Y'all are amazing. You guys are awesome. Marla said she has the pattern and she has 3 different sizes cut and ready to go. Ooh. Catherine Jolson says, where will we be posting our finished pics of the project? Stephanie Stitches, Yvette. Actually, you could just, if you want to go on Facebook and or on Instagram and just tag both of us. Yeah, that's fine. So you could put at Stephanie Stitches and at the Yvette Renee. that would be fine. And we'll get to see it. That way you can just post it right on your page, tag us, and we're good. Um, and that's how we are on Instagram as well, at Stephanie Stitches and at the Yvette Renee. Heather says she's really tired. The kids woke her up at 6 a.m. and she wants to know if it's bedtime yet.
Oh, ouch.
Let's see. We have Bill Locke is here. Hi, Yvette. Hi, Stephanie. So happy to see you both. Stitchy hugs. I'm getting ready to settle down for work, but wanting to check in for a few minutes.
Aw.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate
Thanks.
that. And, it's interesting because Bill Locke sounds very familiar. Like, it sounds familiar outside of YouTube to me. And I don't know if it's all my imagination or if I'm just losing it. It's possible. So Polly Lorenz is here. It says, love you, Yvette. Can't stay, have no power, can't drain power of the phone. Girly, this video is going to be living in perpetuity. I hope that's the right word I'm looking for, on both our channels. So if you really want to have a little sew along, you can come back later. Please don't run your phone down. You're right. That wouldn't be smart. So Kay is here, the purple wall. She just finished the Cotton Cuts game, and now I'm wondering why I don't have Juicy Juice and Mid-Century Modern in my life. I know. That's the great thing about Cotton Cuts is that, you can just get this 12 fat quarter bundle, and sometimes I'll admit I'll get like an entire box and I have all of it already or most of it. And there are times like these 3 box openings that I just did where pretty much the majority of everything they sent me I had not even seen. So that was amazing. I love that. Alice is having fish for dinner. Karen says you are both streaming. You know what? We are learning a few things. Colleen says she may have to buy the pattern. She's getting excited about it. Colleen, the pattern is only $9, and she gives you all of the instructions for, like, I'm not kidding you, at least 10 different sizes. Not only that, but at the very end, she gives you how to make calculations if you want to, like, make a bag of your own size.
Which is amazing.
Let me tell you, this pattern is, I've told her, she might not even remember this. Jeni's probably like, doesn't know me from Adam, except I'm like fangirling. But I even told her, because she has a regular one and then she has an expansion pack. I said, girl, you need to charge more for this pattern. She gives you so much. So let me tell you, it's worth it. It's totally worth it. Jacqueline Spear is here. She says, hey.
Hey.
Let's see. There's some people who are cooking dinner. That's okay. Karen says she got her booster shot yesterday, and now she has a fever and she's been in bed all day. Thankfully,
Aww.
I mean, when I got mine, I was down for the count for about 12 hours, and that was it. Thank goodness. Because I mean, I didn't even realize what was happening, and I thought, oh my goodness, like, am I coming down with something? What's going on? Like, it didn't even register with me, because when I got the first 2 shots, nothing happened to me. I mean, I had tenderness on the spot, but nothing else. So so it kind of caught me off guard. Okay. Oh my gosh. Bill Locke, he says, met you at Quilt Market. I knew it. Hi, Bill. Oh my gosh. I miss you so much. I remember interviewing you for that. I think that was your first line. Oh my gosh. I miss everybody. It's been so long since we've had a Quilt Market, and it's killing me. I want to see everybody. Well, thank you for coming on, Bill. I'm so happy you did. I knew in my head, I was going, I know this guy. Oh gosh. And plus, I never would have thought you would have been here on my channel. I mean, you're like the big shot.
Aww.
He's really sweet, guys, and he's in Canada. So there you go. And to be honest, I have so much going on, just like you do, I'm sure. If you have had any other fabric collections, please let me know. I want to go check them out. And yeah, I'll stop now because I'm sure everyone's going, okay, this is like a, Pamela says that Emily is making Chex Mix and the house smells wicked good. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
I'll stop talking about food. Honestly. Regine says she's working on a crib quilt in a scrappy around the world pattern out of a jelly roll from poppy cotton. Awesome. Perpetuity. I knew that was it. Say, um, let's see. Awesome. Okay, so Del Marie says that she actually cut all of her pieces using the customized sizing instructions that are included. So awesome, awesome. I think she's amazing that she put all that in there. It's just amazing. Um, okay, so I know that there are like a ton of comments right now. I'm going to head over to the cutting table, cutting mat, just to kind of show you guys the fabric I'm using and the way that I prepped mine. I'm going to take another little sip before I go because I talk quite a lot, and I need the something on my throat. Oops, I just popped my.
You talk a lot? No, you don't.
I know, right? And I talk a lot, guys, everywhere. You can ask Steph. Every time that I'm leaving a Marco Polo, I talk for like 40 minutes about basically nothing. Okay. Alrighty, so now I'm here. And the main fabric that I'm using, this is from a new collection that I have in the shop. It's called Calendar Girls. And it is so flippin' cute. I was like, okay, I have to have a bag made out of that. So I have two pieces. This would be basically like the front and the back. And then I took a couple of the Tula Pink. This one is from Dragon's Breath. I don't remember which color, but if you need to know, I can look it up after and put it in the comments. And then this is a Tula Pink. This is her unicorn poop. And it is I think this is the lightest pink that she has. Those are the pastels. Now, the way that I prep mine, normally, and this is not something that Jeni does, this is something that I did whenever I started making the bags. What I do is I put a piece of SF101. That's not what this is. I didn't have any. Go figure. This is a Pellon 809, and it's stiffer than the SF101. So I only am putting this on like the inside piece. Normally with the SF101, I would put it on the inside piece, and I also put it on the outside main. And I do that just to give it more body so that the bag will stand up. And this is just the change that I made. I can't stress that enough. That is just an Yvette thing. So if you want to do that, I do suggest SF101 and not this one. I'm trying this for the first time. I have no idea how it's going to turn out. But basically, you'll want to cut the stabilizer at least like a ½ inch in on each side, because we're going to have ½ inch seams. And that way you're not sewing over like a ton of fabric and stabilizer and everything else. It'll make it much easier to handle. Okay, and then of course you can use either twill rope or ribbon, or you can use whatever you want for the drawstrings. But I always make mine because I just like that better. And the way that there's a certain measurement inside for the straps or the drawstrings, and for me, I make them smaller. And I'm just telling you that because personally, I kind of like it to be just like a tighter little. I think that it's just a little too big with the measurements that are inside. But you make your own decisions. I'm just letting you know these are the changes that I've made where I think it just works out a little bit better. Okay, so Steph, where are you, honey bun?
I'm almost done cutting last piece.
Okay, perfect. So let me head back over here. I'll see what we're. Okay. Oh, Elena's here. Can you make the larger view the top view of what you're showing? Uh, do you mean over to the left? Well, let's see. Can I do that? I have no idea. Oh, it says drag to move. Hold up. Ah, and look, it goes in closer. Okay, so we'll see how that works. Thank you for that suggestion. I had no idea what it was going to do. So we'll see how that works. That looks good.
Okay.
Um,
Now I'm not stabilizing. I know Yvette was talking about stabilizing. I'm not doing that. So I'll make it
Heather, I
pattern.
stand corrected too. It is not just you.
What?
This is the first time we're using it. So, because Heather told, who was it that made the suggestion? Christy made the suggestion. So she said, "Can you move it, like to make it bigger or something like that?" And Heather was like, "She can't zoom in." And then I moved it. And I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
Oh.
It does get a little bigger,
A little bit bigger.
so
Yeah.
thank you. I listen. I am perfectly I accept help. No problem. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so Steph is ready. So I'm going to head on over. Someone asked about the size that we're making. We're making the bag that's called Everything. That's the one that Stephanie and I are working on. But I'll tell you, all of the bags are like made the same way. So it doesn't matter which size you're using. They are all basically put together the same.
And there's like 8 different sizes. Plus, like Yvette was saying, there's instructions on how to customize your own size. So
yeah,
it's amazing
cool
how many things are in this pattern.
Okay. So I'm back over here and we're going to start putting it together. Let me just take my pattern and get to where we start putting it together. Yes, this page.
Ouch, Mary. Mary said she just put her scalloped potatoes and ham dish in the oven after she sliced out the tip of her finger on her mandolin.
Oh my goodness gracious! Oh.
Hi, Natalie. How you doing?
Okay, on that note.
Ouchie.
So basically you're going to follow right on the top here. There is the way that you're going to put everything together. So here's what I do is I always work from the center on out. So in the very center, you are putting your exterior main fabric, which for me is this guy. And if you have directional fabric like I do, all you need to remember is that you want the middle, the exact middle is the bottom of the bag. So you want to have, you want to be able to see it correctly going this way and this way. So you're going to have the bottoms being sewed together. Okay, so if you have directional fabric,
that's so if it's directional, you're going to want to turn them to the left, outer left, and outer right.
Correct.
Okay.
So you want the bottom of both pieces to be sewed together right in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's go, and we're just going to sew right down here. You're going to do, I think she does a 1/2 inch. Let me double check and make sure. Oh, it says use 1/4 inch seam allowance unless otherwise noted. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to sew 1/4 inch right down here. What I did was I just folded them right sides together, put them one on top of the other, and I'm going to do 1/4 inch right here.
Okay. I was going to say, I'm a quilter. I don't understand anything but a 1/4 inch, dude.
Well, like when you're making bags, a lot of times they'll do a 1/2 inch because, they're getting a lot more use and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're a little harder on them.
Yep.
That's the only reason. Okay.
Threaded.
Okay, so do you can press it however you want. I tend to press open just because it's going to reduce the bulk. When you're going to start sewing everything together, you'll see there can be a bit of bulk.
And I also just saw on the directions that you should backstitch.
Yes.
So
I always backstitch, so I forget to say that, but yes. And of course, my iron doesn't stay hot.
oh.
like I'm like waiting for the iron to heat up here. Okay. Okay, so once you have those sewn together, the next piece that you're going to want to add to either side is your front, what does she call it? Exterior accent. So basically, this is the top where your drawstring is going to go through. So you're going to sew one to either side.
Okay.
And so you'll just fold it over, right sides together, and 1/4 inch on either side.
Oh, cool. Kate said she was just watching the Army-Navy game. Navy won. Her husband was thrilled. Anyway, she said, I just finished the peppermint candy blocks. It was fun. Awesome.
Those blocks are adorable.
They were so much fun to make, let me tell you. Do you press this one open too? Do you press them all open?
Well, she suggests that you press them all open.
Okay.
And I do too, because it will reduce the bulk whenever we're sewing them all together.
Okay, sounds good. So far, this seems pretty easy. I bet Sarah could do this.
Yeah, no, I bet she absolutely could. It's pretty simple and it's very forgiving, the pattern. I mean, because you're making a bag and it's kind of puffy,
Yeah.
so really, unless you're like making it for someone, you could, I mean, like as a gift and you really are concerned, you could really just rush right through them. I mean, they're really easy.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Mary said those peppermint blocks are adorable. I downloaded the pattern, plus the color Stephanie is using is beautiful. Thank you. Somebody asked me this earlier, actually, on a question on my channel. They asked me which block took the longest. It definitely was the peppermint block because there's a lot of pieces, but it still didn't take that long. And it was so much fun to see them come out. Like once you started opening the pinwheel and then putting all the like little candy wrapper things on the side. Oh my goodness.
I can see that.
Sarah was sitting down here when I finished them and she was like, oh my gosh, they're so cute. Oh, thank you, Kay. She said Sarah's the cutest. She likes seeing her in my videos.
I do too. She's so adorable.
She's an awesome kid.
She really is. Like, that's just not you saying it. She really is.
Yep.
Okay. So then on either side of that, you're going to put your inside, like the interior pieces. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you'll just put it right and 1/4 inch right down this way. Boy, I cut my fabric like really bad. Don't do what I do. Do what I say. Like my sizes are all messed up. But it's okay. It'll still be good.
Okay, you can make it work.
Oh gosh. I mean, I knew I was going quick, but for goodness sakes.
What?
The way I cut it, it's crazy.
Oh.
It's like I've been filming all day my the Vlogmas day 11.
Oh, yeah.
And when I got done, I basically had like less than an hour to get ready. And so I was like, I'm just going to cut it real quick. And I like run downstairs, I'm cutting it up. And I mean, I did use a ruler, but obviously not very well. Jelly Bean is like, what do you keep hitting me with fabric for? Because he's like sleeping over there.
That's funny. Well, you're in mom's space. You never know what can happen.
He keeps looking over here like, what did you hit me with? What is that? What are you doing?
That's funny.
Trying to sleep over here. What's going on?
Yeah, Sarah is my oldest. She's almost 13. Teenager.
I know, right?
And she's my only daughter, so it's a lot of fun to have. I'm so happy I have a daughter. Not that I don't love my boys, but
we
I don't think
understand.
they'd be down here sewing with me and stuff. So the boys are 9, 4, and 2. So and then somebody asked how her dance recital was. It wasn't really a recital. She did a performance. They used to go to she's in a performing group, and they used to go to nursing homes to entertain the senior citizens, but because of COVID they can't do that. So they're going to like community centers and malls and things like that and doing like dance performances for the holidays. So that's
cool.
what she did today. So it was a lot of fun. She did a great job. She does like a lot of acrobatic tricks. She does ballet. She's hardcore ballet. She's pre-point, but she also does acrobatic dance. And that's what she did today. She was really nervous because the floor at the mall is really slick. And she was afraid she was going to fall doing one of her flips, but she did great. So.
Oh my goodness. I can't imagine that you weren't nervous too.
Yeah. I think she was more worried at the end because she does like the final thing at the end. She does a back bend.
Yeah.
And like holds it in a bridge. And then the girl that is next to her kind of leans on her and she has to hold it up while they pose.
Oh my goodness.
And she's like, I hope I don't slip while she's like leaning her weight on me.
Oh my gosh.
But she didn't. She was a trooper. She did a good job.
Excellent.
I keep forgetting to backstitch because I'm like, oh, we're quilting. Nope.
You don't normally backstitch?
Not when I'm quilting.
I backstitch everything. I don't know. It's just a habit, I guess.
Not when I'm just piecing. Now, like I do backstitch, and I tell a lot of people to do this. I do backstitch when I'm putting the final borders on a quilt.
Yeah.
Because when I've long armed for people, or when I long arm for people, a lot of places where the quilt has like started to come apart was at the borders, because like the stitches will work themselves out there, and once you put it on the frame, you know, it stretches it out a bit.
Yeah.
So I always backstitch borders, but that's not what I'm piecing. No.
That's interesting.
But I also tend to use smaller stitch length, and I think most people do too when I piece. So
Yeah. I think I never did before until I watched Jeni Dong, and she was like, always backstitch, you know. And so
yeah.
I don't know, I just got in a habit. I just backstitch all the time. Even when I'm paper piecing, I backstitch everywhere.
Okay. Well, I definitely do when I paper piece. Yeah, definitely. Because when I've done it without that, and then when you start pulling the papers off, like a couple stitches will pull out.
Yeah, it can.
So
Yeah, it can
yeah.
for sure.
So I always backstitch when I do that, but not when I'm regular piecing.
Sluggy, you're gonna have to go ask Dad for a snack.
Well, I wish she was in dance class today. I was able to sneak into Joanne Fabrics and grab a pillow for him so I can finish the pillow behind me. I'm really excited.
I don't blame you. It's really, really pretty.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, so now that we have everything all sewed together, we are now going to, you pick it up by the middle piece, or like right in the middle of the two main fabrics, and you'll want to like put them right sides together.
Right sides together. Okay.
Yep. And then just kind of match them up, you know, make sure they're all laying right smack on top of each other as best you can, especially where your focus fabric is on the top where your drawstring goes, because that's going to all line up together when you're sewing it.
Okay.
Okay, so let me double check that.
Are we pinning this to keep it in place?
We will. We're going to mark it first.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. This is like crazy because she's actually just using a 1/4 inch. I'm personally, when I'm sewing this, because you never know how it's going to be used, I'm going to probably put it between like a 1/4 and a 1/2 inch, because I just need the extra room. That's just what I'm going to do. But she's, according to here, she's not saying to go anything. Yeah, she's not saying to do a 1/2 inch. I'm telling you what, the things that I do to change everything. Anyway, so you can do the 1/4 inch if you want. That's fine. I'm going to go a little bit bigger personally. I may not go the 1/2. But I don't want a 1/4. I want it to be a little bit more of a seam allowance. So basically, what we're going to do is you can take, and honestly, I mean, you can use a friction pin or you can use any pin, because this is going to be you're going to be sewing right on the line, so nobody's going to see it, right? But use a friction pin if you have one, because then it will go away. The first thing we're going to do is, when you put your ruler down over, and I always measure this middle piece first. So this is where you're gonna be marking where your drawstring goes, and I kind of like mine to go a little bit closer to the top. And so that's going to be over here more to the left side. So what I do is I will put just any line on your ruler, any vertical line, and I measure about 1.25 inches from there. And I just put the line there, just a little mark. And then from there, you want to have a 1-inch opening. So make a little mark there. And and then repeat it on the other side. So I basically just take it and I will use a vertical line here to make sure that I'm going straight across. And whichever vertical line you want, it really doesn't matter as long as you're getting it straight across because you want it to match up. So you just mark a little line on the other side and then do that again. Okay, so now we're going to draw a line all the way down each side and do whatever you want, quarter inch, half inch, anything, doesn't matter. You just want to make sure that you're going to go all the way and leave a little gap where you have that 1 inch. That way you remember that you're not sewing over that piece. All right, you can turn it around and do the other side. I think I'm going to be trimming a little bit off mine because I cut my fabric so crazy. I mean, like, it's really crazy. And I guarantee you that by the time I'm done, even though everything was all crazy and I'm like having to do all these cuts, it's still going to be fine. So I'm telling you guys, whenever you're sewing stuff like this, just try to give yourself a little grace because it doesn't matter as much as you think sometimes. With bags, it's a little different, I think. Okay. In fact, let me just do a little trim right now before I get, that way I can have that done. I don't want to have that much fabric sticking in the middle. Just going to cut a little bit off. Just a little bit. Okay, perfect. Okay. So then we're going to go to the bottom and somewhere right in the middle. You just want to make sure you don't go all the way across because we're going to leave a little place so that we can turn it around. So I'm going to, and I usually leave like a good 4 inches or so.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, you know, my hand is not that little. So I'll just mark it about like that. And I'll kind of put a little line so that I can see it when I'm getting to that stop point. Okay, and so I'm basically going to start over here, top left. And I'm just going to sew all the way around. And you're going to stop right here and don't sew that part. And when you get to that area, I mean, personally, I always super reinforce it because when we're going to be pulling the drawstrings through, you could be getting a lot of tugging. So I usually go back and forth over it like a good 3 or 4 times just to make sure I'm really reinforcing it because you don't want that to come apart. So that's what I'll do on these parts. And then on the bottom, I do reinforce it a little bit just to make sure that when I'm sticking my hand in there, I don't pull the threads too much. But this one's not going to be as bad because it's on the inside of the bag. So nobody will see if you kind of tug it a little bit. But I have to give it a little bit of reinforcement there. Eek. Trying to pull my chair in, and my project keeps wanting to fall down on the floor.
Oh no.
Because I can't, hold both at the same time. Apparently, I'm just not that talented.
Okay.
We lost that other camera.
I was gonna say your second camera all of a sudden blinked.
I'm gonna have to go fix it in a little bit. I'm gonna finish this first.
Oh, Mary said, "Be right back. Supper time." Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Oh, Sherry, your quote was fine, honey. You did great. Kate said, "If I make just one block of each of the Christmas box, the peppermint candy, etc., would it all go together as a wall hanging?" Probably, yeah. That's a good way to save a little bit of time if you don't want a whole big quilt. You'll just have to figure out, because they're different size blocks, like how to make them fit.
Yeah, I think it would be good as like a pillow too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Something
That'd be
super
cute.
cute.
That'd be super cute. So we don't turn it yet, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm not quite on that part yet. Hold up.
Okay.
Something happened with my bobbin thread.
No
It wasn't
worries.
out because I just changed it. It was
Yeah.
something. It got, I don't know, got messed up. I'm almost done.
Okay. I'll go back and look at the comments then and see what we missed, if anything.
Awesome. You never know.
Mary said, Yvette, I want to come look at your fabric stash behind you.
You should see the one in the basement.
Oh, gosh. Heather said, if I would let him, my 7-year-old son would come sew with me all the time, but he lost the privilege when he took the springs off my Juki. Oh, my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I would kill my kid if they did that.
That's crazy. All right, let me go fix this camera. For goodness sakes.
Doreen said, love watching you guys. Love seeing someone who talks to their cats like I do. I'm a cat mama of 3. The baby is 7 months. Aw.
They are my babies.
Oh, Mary, thank you. She said Sarah's an awesome young lady, but so is her mother. Oh, sweet.
Okay, I think I'll go like this.
Oh, performance. Wow, you must have smiled the whole time. Yeah, she did a great job. I was real proud of her. She, unlike me, loves to be in front of a crowd. It energizes her, so she had a great time. BJ said, I bet I have a seam pressing bar like that, and I love it because it's wider. Awesome.
Yep.
Cheryl Saxon said, Stephanie, I love your shirt. This is from Yvette's store. It's one of her piecing it real sweater or sweatshirts. I think it was from what, last fall, maybe?
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah.
I haven't redesigned anything lately, so I'll get there.
Yeah. It says, I'm a paper piecer. Wouldn't you like to piece some paper too? Piecing it real, the Yvette Renee. And it's got her little girl on here. It's real cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
And it's super like nice, and I know I told you guys about the So Yeah one, how it was fuzzy inside. This is the same way. It's nice and fuzzy and warm and cozy.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah. This morning when I left for well, I think I already said this, but when I left for her dance, it was like in the 60s. Now it's in the 30s. It drops so quickly, and it's like 40 mile per hour winds here. So I got like a chill when we came back. So I like came in, took my regular clothes off, and threw some sweatpants on and this sweatshirt.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Okay, so before we do the turning, we'll actually be making the gussets.
Okay.
So, the gussets are going to go in this bottom part, which is your inside, so your interior. And the way that you do it is you kind of want to like pull them apart, and then I have to say it is a lot easier whenever you're using SF101.
Yeah.
But you want to kind of like make it so that your outside corner is coming to a point. And then what I do is if you kind of feel where your stitch is, you kind of want to line them up together. Let me see if I get some wonder clips. You can use pins, wonder clips, whatever you want. You just you're going to want to be putting these together. So I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm kind of trying to look at what my camera is doing. It's just lining up that seam right down the middle. And then I just do a little wonder clip, or a few if you're like me. Just kind of hold it in place. And then you'll want to like lay it out flat. If you don't have any of this stuff on, you're just going to go down a whole lot easier. Mine only looks all crazy like this because I have that stabilizer in it.
Mm.
Yours will lay pretty quick and easy, just real flat. Okay, so what you're going to do is, depending on which bag size you're making, you're going to want to measure the depth. And let me see, this is probably the smallest ruler I have right here. So now that I'm about to do the measurement and I have it all laying like nice and flat, I'm going to take my wonder clips out for a bit. And I'm going to lay the ruler. Just take one of the lines that runs across, and you want to make sure that it is lined up. If you, either on the line that you stitched, or if you used a friction pin, you should still see that line. You just put the ruler right on top of that, and you want the depth to be whatever it is on the pattern, because there are different depths depending on which bag you're making.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. And then are we drawing a line with the pen?
Yes, because you're going to stitch across that. Actually, the depth, I think the depth is this way.
Right.
So so you want to make sure that like whichever one line goes from one side, and then when you have the straight line on the other side, you want it to be whatever that measurement is, and that'll show you how far you're going to move your ruler up and down. Good. What did I do with my pen?
I took it.
Young pen. You know, it wouldn't surprise me. Actually, it wouldn't surprise me if I had like, you know, somehow gotten it down to the basement or something from just standing. Because the crazy things that go on in here don't surprise me anymore. Okay,
JB's
so once
holding
I
it for
have the
ransom
line,
for some flakes.
what's that?
I said JB is holding it for ransom for some flakes.
Well, thankfully JB is sleeping right now. He was like sleeping. It was like okay, so once you have your line drawn, you can like either pin it or whatever, just so that whenever you're carrying it over to the sewing machine, you don't got to worry about, you know, holding it and all that. And then you can do the other side. Same thing. And it doesn't have, again, it doesn't have to be like really perfect. I mean, because nobody's going to be able to tell.
Shirley said she's
watching. In general, kind of make sure you're getting it in that area.
Shirley's watching. Shirley Heinemann's here. She's watching on her phone, and she's watching me on her laptop.
Hi, Shirley.
You guys are so awesome. Thank you.
We're just like making you guys really work for it, aren't we? Okay, so now I'm just gonna head on over and sew down those lines. Hey, dude. Okay.
Somehow it looks not right, but okay, I'll trust it.
And I probably tend to like over sew my gusset. It's like I want to make sure it's not gonna like pop out. I don't know why I think it's gonna pop out, but anyway.
Yeah. Looks like way too big to me or something. I don't know.
The gusset,
Yeah.
it'll be okay.
I followed the size though, so
Even if you made like a really big gusset, it just opened the bag more. That's all.
okay.
I mean, it's not gonna hurt it or
I'm trusting you, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I'm not over there watching what you're sewing. But I think it's going to be okay. And I mean, honestly, like, I'm sure she would agree with me to tell you that everything is a suggestion. If you want it to be smaller or you want it to be bigger, you guys, it's your bag,
Yeah, that's true.
So it'll be okay.
I'm not making this to sell. I'm making it for me, so yeah, it
There
doesn't
you
matter.
go. It would just change the dimensions a little bit. That's all. Okay. So once we have those sewed, then you're just going to lay your ruler down a quarter-inch line right on the line that you sewed, and you're going to trim off everything. Okay. Let me just double check. It's probably been at least a year since I made one of these.
Okay, can I see the bottom of yours after you like just cut it?
Like this?
Okay, yeah. All right. Why does mine look so much smaller? I think I made mine. I don't know. I did it to the inches that it said, but oh well. It's all good. That'll be
Okay.
fine.
Let's see. So repeat the. Oh, you know what? We have to do it on the other side too. I forgot about that.
Darn it, we have to do another side.
I know, right? So look at whatever you measured on the first two, do the same on the second two because it's going to have to, they have to go in each other.
Yeah.
So even if it looks funky to you, just make it the same so that they're the same.
It's a funky monkey.
It's a funky monkey.
As y'all can see, I'm not a bag maker, so this could be very interesting.
But this is such an easy bag. And I can't stress enough. It's very forgiving. Like it's gonna be fine. I promise you.
Good.
I promise you, it's gonna be fine.
Even for my perfectionist brain.
Yep. You may have to be like me and get over it just a little bit.
Maybe.
Once you make more, like if you really enjoy doing it and you want to do more, it gets easier, and you then realize for sure that you can. I mean, don't go crazy, but you don't have to be so perfect,
Yeah.
and they'll come out just fine. I like projects like that at this point. I just popped a wonder clip on myself. I've been doing that a lot lately. Okay, now we're going to sew the other side. Okay. Trim this.
Aw, really?
Uh-oh.
I lost Baba Chicken.
Oh, Lord.
No.
I think the last time this happened, I lost Bobbin Chicken.
I think so. Shucks.
We'll just take turns.
All right, sounds good. Oh, yay, look at that. I have another bobbin wound.
Woohoo!
That's good. I'm all discombobulated today.
It's because you got back a lot later than you thought, and you thought you were going to be able to have a meal, and
I've been running all day.
else. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So let me know when you're ready.
I'm done. Do I turn it now?
Yeah, so now we're going to turn it inside. Yay. Take it and flip it all the way. And if you don't have this stabilizer, it's not going to be as difficult for you. Not that it's difficult, it's just it's awkward.
Yeah. No, mine popped right through. Nice.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? I didn't.
What's the matter?
Good thing it popped right through easily because I got to pop it back. I forgot to cut the little things off.
Oh.
Told you I'm not all there today.
All right. It's going to take me a lot longer than you to pop mine through anyway, so because I got all this stabilizer on it.
Yeah. That'll make it stand up though, huh?
You will.
That's awesome.
Okay, so once you have it out, then you want to stick your arm in there because you're going to want to like push all of your points out. Since you don't, if you're not using stabilizer, then yours will pop out real easy. It's not going to be a big deal. If you need to use like a little purple thing or something like that, you can do that. But it should go with your fingernails pretty easy because that the gusset is really nice. Okay. And then once you have that done, then you're going to want to take the bottom and you're going to pull your sides together to bring the middle pieces together. Fold it in like a 1/4 inch and then do stitch it down. And since you don't have, if you're not using stabilizer, you're not going to have as much trouble as me. It should pop right there. You can give it a quick press if you want before you sew it. That way, it's set and ready. And I actually usually even put wonder clips across, just because I like it to be held in place while I'm doing it. But you do whatever you want to do. It's
okay, okay, I see. This is coming out. Okay.
All right.
Now that I got the gusset the right way.
See? It's going to be okay.
It's all good.
It's fine. Of course, here I am trying to iron with a cold iron. I keep forgetting that the thing is going to like lose heat. I don't know why I forget, but I forget every darn time.
Okay, so you were explaining why I was like going back and cutting gussets. So I sew this little opening shut now?
Yes, the bottom of the bag.
Yeah.
So going across the bottom, we're closing it all up.
Okay.
Because we have passed it through. Yep. And now we're getting ready to make it into a bag.
We birthed that baby. Now we got to close her up.
Yep. Well, you never sewed it. You left that part.
Right.
that you'd be able to turn it like this. Okay, let me go sew. And you can just go right close to the edge, like 1/8 of an inch.
Okay. Okie dokie. Hey, Robin. Robin Boyd came in.
Hey, Robin.
Marla said, am I the only one that hears water running? I don't hear water.
I can hear the motor on my laptop.
Oh.
I don't know if that's what you're hearing. I don't think so, but could be.
Oh, good night, possible. Brenda. Thank you for coming. I think I'm missing all kinds of comments. Sorry, guys. Oh, Donna Fendelay, maybe? Wow. She said, wow, finally got you on YouTube Live. Thank you.
Oh, she's in Canada too.
Okay, she said, thank you for the Amazeballs mystery box. Cool. Mary Kubachek said, public announcement. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. It does not cost a thing, but really helps Stephanie and Yvette. Thank you so much.
It does.
It does. We appreciate that.
Okay, so now we have like a little sausage right here. And what we're going to do is now you are going to take the purdy side and you're going to keep that to the outside, and your interior we are now going to push down into the bag. So you just kind of pick it up and then just push this part down into the bag, which you're going to have to turn your gusset the other way inside. You'll feel it.
Yep.
And basically what I'll do is I'll just do this kind of number where I'm just like getting my hands in there and making sure that those points are inside each other.
Oh my goodness, this is cute. I can see where stabilizer would be nice to hold this up.
Yes. See, that's
it's kind of sitting, but it slouches a little bit, but it is sitting.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I have to say that I wasn't sure about this 809. I'm really liking it. I don't know what it's going to do with the drawstring. Like, it may get funky. I have to like wait and see.
Yeah.
But I'm actually liking it.
Cool.
Okay.
So asked, good evening.
I'm sorry.
Julie Quilts is here. She said, good evening, everyone. I'm late. Are we doing stockings? Nope. We're doing these little...
They're lined drawstring bags.
Yeah. What Yvette said. This is her idea. It's really cute.
You see how cute this fabric is.
That is adorable.
Isn't it adorable?
What was that called again?
It's called Calendar Girls. I have the entire collection in my shop.
That is adorable. I love it.
Okay, so what we are going to be doing next is we are going to be sewing all the way around this top part. But what you'll want to do before you do that is go over and give it a quick press so that you have it laying right smack on top of each other the way you want it. Because sometimes, I mean, depending on how you turned it and the fabric's getting all crazy, you don't want to be able to see the inside fabric sticking outside the outside fabric, right? Because you want it to be very... Make sure that seam is right on the top, and then go and sew it with about 1/8 of an inch seam.
So we're going to do like a top stitch all the way around?
Like a top stitch, yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no, that's okay, Julie. No apologies.
What happened?
You said, "Oh, bags, not stockings." Sorry.
Oh no, you're please, that's fine. Okay, so I have to rethink like my bobbin and stuff. I think my top is fine, but I think I want my bottom to be matching this, or I'm probably going to use. I'll probably use this really pretty color here. It's a little bit shinier than my fabric, but it'll just stand out pretty. I think. I
Oh,
think it'll be
that's
okay.
pretty.
But now I have to make a bobbin. Oh, you know what? I have one over here that's almost empty. What did I do with it? There it is. Actually, I think I have one that's already made that will work just fine. So I'm going to switch that out. Okie dokie.
Oh, it's so cute so far.
Yeah, and definitely go slow over those places where all the joining went.
Yeah.
You don't want to hurt your machine or break a needle or. It's so funny. Whenever I was making these to sell in the shop, I would have my other machine set up and ready, like so that the throat was all open, or the anyway, it was easier to do this because you could just like put the bag around the whole throat. And right now, I've got so much stuff on top of that other sewing machine. Poor thing. Can't even do that. I'm so happy to be making a drawstring bag again.
Yeah, this
It has
is
been a
fun.
long time.
Yeah, Lynn, you're right. Free arm makes it nice for a small opening like that. Yep.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to disassemble my sewing machine here.
Oh no.
Well, no, it's just because if I can't get this around the throat the right way, it's going to
Mhm.
be way too difficult for me to sew. Um, so why I'm saying disassemble because Jim has this whole thing, this whole setup that he made for me,
Mhm.
and so I'm going to have to like back this up, pull this out, move it over.
Oh.
But I need to do it. All right. It's okay, Jelly Bean. I know it's making a weird noise. I know, baby. I know. It's okay though. Mommy just has to get this out. Okay. It's not going to make that noise again, I promise. Not until I'm putting it back together. Oh, look, there's coffee down here.
Is there really?
From JB, yeah, from that
From that
time.
nose. Oh my goodness.
Well, I didn't pull it all the way out, I guess. I'll have to go and get some wipes. Should do this more often just so we can get this darn thing clean, for goodness sakes.
Hey, JP, knock over your Mass coffee cup.
Yeah, right. Okay. So now what we need to do is you're going to be like, flatten it down so that the sides are, one of the sides is face up. And then you're going to take a ruler and your friction pan. And this time you do need it to be a friction pan or something that's going to wash away, because we are going to be writing directly on the outside of the bag. So you want to, I just kind of put my fingernail in there and I can see where it's stopping, where that top part was, where we left the space.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put my ruler right on top of there. And I did it, just kind of eyeball it. I mean, you just want the line to be pretty straight because you want to be able to, so that if people are looking at it, um, then just from a glance, it'll look like everything is straight. That's basically what we're going for, not perfection. Okay, so just you're kind of getting a straight line, and just you can just do a light line depending on what your pattern is on your fabric. You don't have to go too crazy, especially with mine being just a solid color. And then you'll just kind of turn it a little bit, and you just want to continue that line, and you want to put your fingernail again right where this one is, and then just try to line them up. And if it's going kind of crazy over here, just kind of you know eyeball it a little bit. Just make it fairly straight. Nobody's eyeballs are going to be able to notice if you're slightly off. Nobody. Okay. So we'll finish that up. And like mine right now is going a little crooked. I'm just making them like kind of line up. See, I'm just kind of fudging it a little bit. Now, once you get that line drawn, all you're going to want to do is you want to have another line an inch away. So you want to put a line down, an inch line, and then draw the next one. And actually, more than anything, you want to kind of get it straight with your seam here, because that's the one people would notice more.
Okay.
So it goes, a little bit smaller or a little bit larger, and then also make sure that you're at least below where you stitched over here on the bottom part.
Okay, so hopefully I did this right. This is what mine looks like.
Looks lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, looks great.
All right.
That looks pretty straight to me.
Thank you, Liz. Liz says she likes my hoodie. This is from Piecing It Real from Yvette's club. Oh, goodness, Teresa. I'm so sorry to hear that. Teresa Louise said, she said she's sorry she hasn't been able to monitor chat. Her dad's not doing well. She's been talking to her brother and sister. I might be taking a trip to Oregon the next day or so.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry to hear that, especially this time of year.
Yeah, it sucks. Okay, so then we just sew that part. Okay, JB, I gotta sit right there. You can get to the back. Okay, you're fine right there, buddy. All right, so now I gotta move my pink to the top, though. What did I do with my scissors? Oh, there we go.
I probably should have got my other machine because this doesn't have a free arm. This might be tricky. That's all right.
My coffee's on E. All right, I'm just gonna use my iron to take the marks off from my friction pin.
Not bad. I was worried because I don't have a free arm on this machine that it wouldn't come out, but it didn't come out bad.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. That's why I pulled that thing out, because I was like, I'm not going to be happy.
Yeah.
Okay, so your bag is finished. So now, I don't know if you guys, I'm going to make my my drawstrings. And I will show you guys how I do that. Like I said, I cut mine smaller just because I like that look, but you can just cut them the way she has them. And basically, what you're going to do is you're going to fold it over with the wrong side on the inside. So wrong sides together. And then you'll press it all the way down.
I gotta go grab some fabric for the ties. I'll be right back.
Okay. Boxing a corner is like making a gusset. So on the bottom, it's going to look like a box bottom. And if you're still confused, you can always wait till this is done and then go back and watch us when we do that part. Christian, you can get the pattern at JeniBakerPatterns.com, and her name is spelled Jeni, and then Baker patterns.com. Okay, once you have this pressed right side or wrong sides together, sorry, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take it. And this is just like when we were doing the ornaments last week with Steph. You're going to want to fold that to the inside, right?
Okay.
Now you're prepping this to finish it. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to just take my scissors and I'm going to cut off the selvage just because I just don't want that there. Personal thing. Doesn't really matter because it would be turned in. But I'm going to do that. And I think I have my strips, way too long. Like, I like to make mine longer than hers in the book. But I think 44 inches is a bit much. So I'm going to kind of trim it down a little bit. I'll probably do it to like 40 approximately. And then cut off the excess. And then I'll just measure them up on each other.
So I cut mine to what the measurement said. Is that going to be a problem?
It's just going to be a little short. I kind of like them to be a little bit longer. It's a preference thing. So, I mean, obviously it works just fine because that's how she does it. But after you make your first one, you'll know. You'll be like, oh, okay, I see why she did that. Or you'll be like, you know what, this is just fine for me. And either way is really fine.
Okay, cool.
Also, because like when I'm making my drawstrings, I kind of like to put a bit more inside. So it's not like I don't feel like it's going to flap out. It's just a preference thing. You start making them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I do is I will take the very end and I'm going to fold it over. I go like a good 1/2 inch because I don't want it to feel like it's popping out. And then you want to fold one edge right to that middle. And then you want to do the same on the other side. Like that. And then fold it on itself. Right? And you're going to be sewing this on all the way around to make it into. So what I do is to hold that part, just so it doesn't go anywhere, I just wonder clip it. So that I can then get the other side done. Because all of this stuff in the middle, you can do it by hand as you're sewing. I personally don't take the time to, fold it in and press it and all that. You can if you want. You absolutely can if you want. I just feel like it works just fine if you just kind of go with it as you are sewing, and then you don't have to do all of that. So then I just go to the other end. I fold it over about a 1/2 inch, and then I fold that part in on each other, or in on itself, like to the center, just like that, and then to the center, just like that. Fold that part over, and then wonder clip it so it doesn't move. And, if I were not on camera, like I am right now, I would really be trying to make it like it's perfect on the edge just because it's an Yvette thing. I keep saying everything's an Yvette thing, but it really is. But, it'll be just fine. So just clip it, and then I'll get the other one ready. In the same way. And if you have like a little purple thing or anything like that, you can also use that to kind of like make it tuck in a little bit better because they're kind of thin. You can use a stiletto, but a stiletto might go straight through your fabric. So purple is good. And now that I can't ever find any of my purple things, I'm obviously now going to have to get one.
Just wait. There'll be one in some sort of box.
I'm sure. Okay, so now that I have the two sides ready, I'm just going to go over to the sewing machine. And what I do is I start a little ways in, so like kind of like not right on the edge. I just don't like to start or finish these right on the edge. So I'm going to go in just a tad bit, and I'm going to start. I'm going to go all the way down, and then when I get to the bottom, I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to go all the way back. And this will give you a lot of stability to your drawstrings. I'm gonna change my thread out again.
Mhm.
I have blue drawstrings because I'm crazy like that, or teal, or whatever you want to call it.
You're not crazy. You're just colorful.
I guess. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave it neutral. I'll be okay with it. It's my bag. That way, all I have to do is put this back on my top thread, and my bobbin is already neutral. So, but by all means, when you're making it for someone, you want to make it special. You can use metallic thread. You can do, make it stand out. You can make it blend. You can do whatever you want. I'm saying things that you already know. I don't know why I'm saying this. It's because I talk about nothing.
No, metallic would be pretty. That would be fancy.
Oh, it would. Yeah, it would absolutely be pretty. I just don't think I probably have to tell y'all that.
It's a good suggestion. Fine to suggest.
It is. It is.
So you said you didn't iron together then.
I don't, because I'm making mine. Like I said, I go smaller than her, so it's easy for me to just kind of maneuver it while I'm sewing.
Okay.
Or I haven't really had a problem with it. I mean, it's not gonna, to make it look more perfect. You could take the time to do it. It's nothing wrong with it. I just felt like it usually comes out okay.
Alrighty.
It's just the starting of it too. Like once you, it's like I'm kind of putting them together, and once you get it started and start sewing, and you can like hold it like taut,
Mm-hmm.
it just, to me, it's not that bad, and I just get as close to the edge as I can.
Oh, this is going to be cute. Yvette, they said your hair looks really good.
Oh, thanks.
Did you show them your nails?
Well, I didn't like show them. I figure
Ooh.
everybody's seeing them. I don't know. I'll show them in a little bit.
You should show them.
They are really cute this time.
Ooh, I like the way that came out.
Ooh, the second side. When you're doing the other side, it's so much easier, right?
Yeah. once the open side is closed, yeah.
Exactly.
Yay.
I'm almost done my first one too. Are you? This is your second one you're done with?
Yeah, I just finished the second one.
Uh huh. Believe me, I know the score.
No, to be fair, you know my machine's faster.
Oh, even if my machine were fast, I go slow. Seriously, I don't really think that has. It might have something to do with it, but I'm the one who's slow.
These are cute. I love these little these little drawstrings. Okay, let's see what everybody's talking about.
But
Oh,
you do that
Kathy's
part. I'll finish my second one.
sounds good. Kathy's Quilts and Crafts said, "Time for dinner. Gotta run. Thanks for coming by."
Thank you.
I have to watch first, then sew again, or watch again to sew along. Awesome, Barbara.
I get that. I totally get that.
I do that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, they're talking a lot about gardening, which I know nothing about. So
Me neither.
Kathleen Davis said she doesn't sew quickly either.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I guess some people might be embarrassed if they were slow. I'm really not. I mean, you guys can make fun of it. It's fine by me. I really am, honestly. I know that I sew slowly and it doesn't bother me. That's how I sew and that's my preference. I could go faster, like I've tried doing it and my
Mhm.
stuff just gets messed up. So what's the point? Then it's either I have to
Yeah.
not like what I did or I have to go back and it's just crazy.
Well, it's funny because I've had questions about why I use the pressing pen and stuff.
Yeah,
And I'm like, because it makes my seams flatter and my blocks come out better.
right.
I mean, you do what you do, and I tell people that all the time. Just because I do it doesn't mean you have to do it. It's just what I prefer.
Exactly.
And if
Yeah,
you prefer to sew slower because it makes things come out better, then great. That's what you should do.
that's what I do. Yep.
And a newer quilter, and I can't remember her name, and I wouldn't mention it anyway, but mentioned something about, oh, I'm a newer quilter. What are the rules to doing this or that? And I was like, there's no rules.
There's
Just
really
because
not. I
like
mean, my
somebody out there
only
tells you must do it this way or there's no rules. Like you
yeah,
do what works best for you.
for me, the only rule if you are starting out is go and watch a lot of different people
Mm-hmm.
and try everybody's way and you will know what works for you.
Yep. And you'll
You
find
know,
your own way based on
that's
like
it.
their way. Yeah.
Yep, it's good to go in and see, especially if you've never done it. It's good to watch what other people do. It's good to maybe try their technique, see if it works for you, and you will pick up what works for you.
Yep. Yep.
And
I
just
agree.
don't listen to anybody else because
No,
it's
I think
crazy.
to me, the only thing, that most important thing of quilting is number one, have fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a hobby. It's not supposed to be work.
Yep, supposed to
Number
be
one.
fun.
Number two, the only piece of advice that I would give somebody brand new is try your best to get your seam consistent. Hopefully that's a 1/4 inch. If it's not, if it's consistent, that's all that matters.
Yep.
But everything else, you'll find your way. You'll figure out what thread works best for you, how to press best for you, all those kind of things. I like the pressing pen because I feel like I can get my blocks flatter and they are more precise that way. And then when I put them together, my points come out, my quilts come out, but that's me. That's just me. I've tried other things in the past and I found that's what works best. It does slow me down, but I'm fine with that because I'd rather have my quilt come out the way I want it to come out. I have a little bit of perfectionist OCD-ism. So
Yeah.
if things don't come out, like it'll just bug me. Even if I can hide it in a seam allowance, I will know it's there. So I try up front to like get it as perfect as possible. But
Yeah.
that's just me. I'm sure to everybody else, I'll show my husband something and he's like, oh, that looks pretty perfect. And I'm like, nope, it's off like a 16th of an inch. And he's like, "Oh, really? So you got to do what makes you happy. That makes me happy. It makes me happy to do that.
Yeah.
Even if it's like meticulous and takes me longer. If you're happy to leave things the way they are and not do it, perfect. Do it your way. It's your quilt, your project. You do it your way. So
I wholeheartedly agree.
yeah.
And I know it's interesting because I used to be, and sometimes I still am. It really depends on what I'm doing. But
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a quilter that everything had to be perfect. I would get
Yeah.
so angry with myself, and I mean, really, and I get it. I get when people have that, but somehow, Steph, I don't know how, honestly, because you know how I am.
Yeah.
I just somehow got over it. And I started really stepping back and going, like, I think the first time that I really stepped back and realized that what I was saying was really how I felt is I was doing one of the Fort Worth Fabric Studio quilts because I used to make the tutorial videos for them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there was one especially where, I mean, I'm not kidding. That sucker was so off. I mean, we are talking at least half an inch. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it was bad. But you know what? I finished it and I hung it up on the wall. And darned if you just couldn't even see it. Like you
No.
couldn't even see it. And so then I made it in the video. I put it in the video where I was like, Okay, I am zooming right on in to the mistake. I mean, and it is glaring. It is obvious. If you zoom right in, it is there, right? But then when I zoomed back, you couldn't even see it. You couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Like, and I was really surprised because it was way off. So
Yeah.
just I now it's like I just kind of, like I said, I have somehow gotten myself to where I have been able to just give myself some grace, wait until it's all done, step back and realize that it looks fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're our own worst critics, really.
Oh
And
my goodness.
I mean, truly, if
Yes.
you show anybody else, especially non-quilting people, they're amazed that you can even just make something like that, let alone like they won't
Yeah.
ever see the mistakes. So yeah.
No. They would
Yeah.
have no clue. You could probably even point it out to them and they still wouldn't get it.
Nope. Nope. And let's face it, we're not robots making things in a factory in China. We're human beings, and that's part of I think the art form of this is that it will have imperfections, you know?
Right.
So yeah.
I love when somebody gives me something and there are imperfections in it. Because I know that a live human used their bare hands and, a machine to
Yep.
make that.
Yep. I agree. Oh, Celie's here. Hi, Celie.
Hey, Celie. I think she was here a long time ago.
Oh, was she? I
And then she must
was
have
not
left.
paying attention to the chat.
Well, she was here at the beginning.
Oh, okay. Tracy Richmond's here. Hi. She said, sorry I'm late. No worries.
No worries. We're happy you're here.
Barbara said, perfection does not live in my life. I would never sew a thing. And that's exactly what I told that other new person that asked about rules. I told the person, I said, you don't need to worry about all the rules because if you did, you'll never get anywhere. You'll never sew anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, it can be too daunting.
Yep. Handmade things come from the heart. It's not about perfection. So true. That's what Lynn said.
Yep.
Oh, we need a safety pin, don't we?
Well, yeah, I was going to talk about that.
Not sure if I have one.
Because I have been through a lot with that.
Oh.
Like, the first few times that I made the drawstring bag, I did use the safety pin. And now that I have a bodkin, I guarantee you couldn't pay me to use a safety pin.
Oh.
Because safety pins, like when they're going through, my problem was that when I was passing it through, it would constantly get caught. And there was a few times where like the safety pin opened inside the thing.
Oh.
And then trying to get that out, oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Girl, you have no idea. You want to you're like, I just want to choke this whole thing.
Oh no. That's no good.
It'll work. It's just you may use some choice language. But I'm going to show you the bodkin. You may or may not already have one. If you do, I suggest you use it. If you don't, you can certainly use a safety pin and just pray. Okay, so mine are done. So let me go over. And I bought like this whole package of them from Amazon. So I have a whole bunch of them. But basically, it looks like this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe it'd be better if I do that. So it's got like this little thing around the neck. You pull it down, and it pops it open. And then you can take the end where the little teeth are, right on the very end, and just kind of put it down there, like that. And then while you're squeezing that together, you just put the little thing down around the neck, and it holds it. And this part, it's really long, so you can pass it right through the holes, and it'll be great. So here's what you do. you're going to take the first drawstring, and you can see how like you can just slide it right in there, just like that, and then you just pull it through, and you can push it and let it go. And then just make sure when you get to that other side that you go behind all of the fabric. You don't want it to pop out.
MJ wanted to know, can you use a purple thing to do the drawstrings?
What do you mean?
I'm not sure.
Like to pass them through like this? No. It's not going to have any way to hold it. You need something that's going to hold it. So you can put like a safety pin. It's just that you, all right, if you have trouble getting it through there, pull it out through here and then just pop it back in. Because sometimes where the seams are, it may be tough to get around. So then you can like maneuver it this way. I don't know what it's doing. For me, it could be because of me putting the stabilizer in, but I've never had an issue before.
Oh, Teresa had a good tip for people. Also start with an easy project when you're starting. That's very true. Don't start with like a queen size quilt.
Oh, you're talking about quilters. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, what are we talking about? How did I just go in there? Why are you making me look bad, bag? I mean, for goodness sakes. Okay. I don't know what it was doing. It's making me mad. All right, and then you just pop your bodkin out. You want to go all the way through so it's coming out on the same with the same place it went in. All right, you take the bodkin off. If you're using a safety pin, there's no way you're even close to being done right now. So I apologize. I should have probably told everyone to get a bodkin. But then you'll take the other drawstring, pop it on the bodkin, and now you want to start on the other side. And you'll just do the same thing.
Marie Hahn said, "Hi everyone. I've been listening as I was sewing on the back of a quilt that I'm piecing together. Totally agree with everything that was said. We just need to enjoy the process."
Yes. Yep.
Okay. This is not working. I gotta go see if I can find a safety pin. Hold on. I'm back. I think I have one over here by the long room.
If you really enjoy doing this and want to make more, I'll send you a bodkin. Because I got like 12. Okay. Just to kind of show you guys, when you get to the end, you're going to want to take both ends of your drawstring that have come together, and you just want to knot it. And then just pull it real tight. In fact, then take it where it's together and just pull it real tight. So it's not going to come undone, right? And then you can just kind of use your hands, make it kind of even, and you do the same for the other side. You want to pull them together and then just make a knot. Okay, and here it is like this, and then you just cinch it up. And bada boom, bada bing, you got yourself a drawstring bag.
Awesome.
Yay! Okay, I love my bag. I'm totally in love with my bag. I'll just lay it like this. Everybody can take a look. And just kind of uncinch it just a little bit so it doesn't bunch up too much. Let me put something under it. There we go. Okay, I'll go over and read comments. Okay. Okay.
I'm improvising. We'll see if this works.
Okay, so Karen Cox says she's late to the party. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Karen.
You can always go and watch it back if you want to. Kim Burris says she likes free motion quilting, like scribbling on the wall. Do I sell the bodkins in my shop? No, I don't, unfortunately. But I can put a link in the comments after we're all done and tell you where you can get it on Amazon. It's very affordable. I think you can either buy like a couple or you can buy like a big package. I buy a big package because quite honestly, guys, I misplace everything all the time. So I have to have like loads of them and they're very inexpensive. So, and they just, you use it once and I guarantee you're never going to want to not have one ever again. All you have to do is use a safety pin one time and have it pop open inside. You ain't never gonna want to use that again either. Oh, Christy's here. Hi, Christy.
Oh, hey.
Oh, goodness. Thanks, guys. Yes, I love the bag. I love these drawstring bags. I knew that I would just want to do them with you guys. They're perfect for just giving gifts, or you can just give it as the gift. They're so cute. And pieces of advice. My first piece of advice is when you are choosing your fabrics, always choose a lighter. It doesn't have to be white or anything like that, but use a lighter fabric on the inside. It makes it a lot easier to find things in the bag. When you put a dark fabric on the inside, it takes away all light. And I mean, eventually you'll find whatever you're looking for, but it's so much better if you have a lighter fabric on the inside. Oh, Shelly's going to post a picture in the Facebook group. Yay!
Oh, good.
Can't wait. MJ says that she's got the pattern and she's going to make hers later. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's probably better to have it, done like watch it being done the first time. At least for me, I know, especially whenever things are, when you're doing those gussets for the first time and all that kind of stuff, for me, watching it first is so much easier. Lynn, how wide are my finished straps? I don't know. I want to say they're probably about
half an inch.
I don't think that they're even that wide. Because like I said, I use a smaller piece of fabric than she does. So it's probably a little bit larger than a 1/4 inch. Stephanie Stitches, see the chat above about the purple thingy. I don't know what that's about. Christy said that. Christy V.
Oh.
Were you saying something about the purple thing?
No, somebody asked if you could use the purple thing.
Oh, yeah, no, you can't. It's really not gonna do anything. You need something that's gonna grab the fabric, and then you have to pass it through.
Oh, MJ said the purple thing has a slot. I don't have one. I have a bodkin, but I wondered because since the purple thing is supposed to be a wonder tool. Oh, okay. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you need something that's really strong to hold it. I seriously, guys, I mean, I'm just being honest. I don't think a purple thing would do it. I really don't. Oh, Christy is saying you can use it. Okay, listen, if it works for you, go for it. I'm certainly not putting a rule, but I can't imagine that it's got a slot strong enough that's going to pull it through that fabric. It's fabric rubbing on fabric.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that's what happened with the safety pin, is that it was getting tugged on so hard that it popped open inside. So listen, if you can get it done with the purple thing, more power to you. I just don't know. Lori says she's used the purple thing as a bodkin.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. I
Now, if
like
I could
my
only find
metal
my
one.
purple thing, I'd be all set.
And Georgia Sunshine, Miss Christy is saying hi to everybody.
Hmm.
Um, okay, Delmarie says I finished 2 of the gussets but did not like the width, so I took it out and made them wider. I finished 4 gussets, then made the ties. I will have to go back to get the rest of the video. Okay. You've gotten a lot done. That's almost all done.
Yeah.
How about a paper clip? Um, well, I don't know how a paper clip would work, but honestly, I don't know how a purple thing would work. So, and everybody's saying use it. So, don't listen to me. See if somebody else is going to answer that question for you.
Yeah.
I don't know how a paper clip would hold it well enough.
Woo! That
But
was difficult, but I just got wonder. I used the chopsticks and a chopstick and tweezers.
a chopstick and tweezers. I love it.
one strap. Ha, ha, ha.
Yay!
Now I'm gonna have to find a safety pin to do the other one because there's no way I'm gonna do that again.
Oh gosh, my
It's
cheeks
so
are hurting.
cute though.
It is adorable. What fabric did you use? That's really pretty.
I used Love Note.
Okay, yes.
So
Yep.
I did the
Gotcha.
white from the line with the words, and then I
Yep.
did the green and the pink.
That's gorgeous.
Thank you. And then the straps, I did the pink heart.
Ah, perfect. Mary, yes, you can use the safety pin. I was just cautioning about it because there were a couple of times where I was using a safety pin and the safety pin popped open while I was piping through, which then it was but then it was like I couldn't get the safety pin to close because it was inside and it had gotten caught on fabric inside, and oh my goodness, you don't want to know the language that was coming out of my mouth. It was terrible. I was so upset.
Oh no.
That's why I'm saying, listen, till the end of time, I am going to make sure I have a vodka in my house. Because I like them. That's all. Okay, so you're gonna finish the other one later?
Yeah, because I got to find a safety pin.
Safety pin.
There's no way I'm going to be able to do that again because obviously the channel was empty. Now it's got a thing in it. So
now it's got something in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was
Very
able
true.
to. I've got like a point. This is a chapstick, but I use it to push out pillow corners.
Uh-huh.
So I was able to take that and kind of push it most of the way. And then when I got towards the end and that wasn't long enough, I just pulled it through with tweezers.
Right, right.
But there's no way, since there's already one in there, that I'm going to be able to do that the other way around. So, yeah.
Whew.
I got to get me one of them things.
Tracy, believe me, the only reason I finished before Stephanie is because I had a bodkin and she didn't.
I was gonna say, I gotta give me one of them things.
Oh yeah, awesome. Oh yeah. Like if she had a bodkin, believe me, she'd have been long done before me.
It is really cute though. I love it.
It's adorable. It's adorable. And really, like, once you get used to making them, they go really fast. You
Yeah.
know, once you make like a few of them, you can like you can do an assembly line. It's amaze balls.
Oh, I could totally see that. Like just chain piecing a bunch of them and
Oh yeah.
doing all
Yeah.
the
That's how
gussets
I
at the
used to
same
make them for
time.
the
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. So we have a drawstring bag and it's 8:30, 2.5 hours
Awesome.
for the first time making a drawstring bag. That's
I love yours.
amazing.
And you were saying about the straps being teal. I think that just like really gives it a little something extra. There's a little pop of color.
Yeah, I mean, you
So,
know, uh there's a time, it depends on like what fabric you're using. Like if you're using like the one that you're using, um I think it worked out okay that you did the sometimes with them, depending on the fabric, you might even want to use the same fabric as the accent piece, just depending on like how you want it to look.
mhm.
Um but yeah, I think contrasting is a lot of fun, especially
Yeah.
whenever you're doing it like for kids or something, or for me. um yeah, but they're really fun to make, and people like getting them too because they're super cute.
Yeah.
So all right, well, I guess we're done.
Yay.
And oh wait, oh, Mary says that Stephanie, she needs to start using the pen you sent in the winter box. You
Oh, the
always
pressing
have
pen.
great things in your boxes.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I love that pen, but thank you so much for bringing us this project. I love it.
You're welcome. I'm glad that you guys all like it. I love this pattern. I mean, yes, I have sort of, you know, tweaked it a little bit, but for the most part, it's exactly her bag. I don't change that much about it. And if
Yeah.
you remember, like when I was making mine, I don't know if you guys were looking real close, but like my fabric wasn't even cut the right size. Like it was all like crooked and it was doing all of this number. And look, the bag looks fine.
It looks
So
great. It looks
it's
great.
very forgiving. You know,
Yeah.
you could go like pretty quick, you know, through the thing, and you're gonna have a great bag.
So
Um,
I think the next one I want to try with interfacing. So you just put it in the bottom section? Is that where you put
well,
it?
like okay, so when I used the SF 101,
Mm-hmm.
I put it in the inside piece and I put it on the main outside piece,
Okay.
not
So
the
this part.
drawstring part.
Right. So this
'Cause if
part
you put
down
it
here and then the inside.
Yeah, because if you
Okay.
put it in the drawstring part, then when you go to pull the string, it's
Oh,
just,
yeah.
I mean, it's nice and tight, but then it's harder to get open. And so I just
Mm.
don't put it in that top accent piece.
Yeah.
Now with this, which was the 809, it's Pelon 809. I don't know what that is. Wait, I got the bolt. Hold on. It's called Decor Bond.
Mm-hmm.
So 809 Decor Bond. All I did was put it on the inside piece
Okay.
because it's a lot stiffer and thicker. Um,
Okay.
and, and I think it's really great actually. So I think either one would be fine. You get a lot more body with this 809. The
Okay.
SF 101 it'll stiffen it a little bit, but it won't be like this one. And I think both are fine. Just kind of maybe do one of each, see how you like it, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah,
Awesome.
so there you go. I will stop talking.
Aw.
Start drinking my bottle of water.
Aw. It's been so fun. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, I guess we're gonna close for now. Neither Stephanie nor I have had dinner, so we're gonna
Yeah.
close it up. Y'all been talking about y'all's food all night, so now I don't know, I think we might go order Chinese or something. What y'all gonna have? Do you know?
I think because I've been gone all day and I haven't been able to I didn't get a chance to throw anything in the crock pot. We're probably just gonna order pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's. I mean, you know what? It has been a long day,
Yeah.
so I think I just want to have somebody bring me food. Just bring me the food, please.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we will be back with you. Stephanie's going to have her Saturdays with Steph next weekend. Is that
Yep.
right?
Yes.
Awesome. And so we'll see you then. Hopefully, do you know what you're going to be doing next weekend?
No idea.
Excellent. See,
I'll
we're both
figure out
kind of
something.
like, Yeah, we're flying by the seat of our pants, especially with the Vlogmas daily videos that we're doing.
Yeah.
Listen, life is cray right now.
Yep. It sure is.
But we'll see you next weekend,
We
and
will.
you guys have a great week, a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you
Thank
all
you
so much.
so much for coming. Love you guys.
Yep.
Mwah.
Bye.
I have no idea how to end this. Oh, there it is.